Sublevel 4.
Oh, nice office.
Surprised there's no notes here. Wow, these guys were thorough in their shelters. I feel like there's been more here than in a lot of areas in Control. But they do double as save points. That makes sense why. Found a new anomaly, I suppose. Hold on a minute. I love how I feel like, once again, things are just split in the middle.
Come on.
Shift in geometry? Bullshit. I just hope there aren't any missable collectibles here. We know there will be, and I know I will miss them. Samples. Big rock. Oh, geez, hello. I didn't see you there. He caught me by surprise. I do wonder if I should maybe be not doing this to all of them, avoid some of these. Like, how much ammo am I gonna get for this thing? Come on. Don't give me just nothing. Guitar? Some drums. close. Closer than I would like. But still, oh, I do love how it doesn't automatically reload. That bugged me a lot in the base game. Maybe it's something they changed since, like in a patch or something. Because yeah, it was nice that it would automatically reload sometimes, but more often than not, it was right after you cleared the shadow of someone, and then you need to, would preferably like to fight them, rather than spend some time or take advantage of the fact that they were stunned for a bit, rather than just, you know, spend time to reload the battery. Oh! So they can just like grab you quickly. I mean, good, but I want health now. Because I feel like most of the time when I get hit by them, it's just sudden. Maybe there's a tell? Like, if I stand here, there's what I'll get grabbed, but more often than not, I can't. Or don't notice it. Threshold study. Progress in the Lake House directive to understand and suppress Cauldron Lake threshold has improved this year. Research in the areas of threshold energy detection and measurement have made great strides. See report them, allowing us to work with the investigation department and the construction of an early warning system near the shore of Cauldron Lake. Exploring the relationship between the shadow and the source of light continues to be difficult without active threshold management manifestation to test against. Additional means of containment and offensive measures against the shadow have similarly been difficult to develop without an active AWE. Though theoretical research continues. Research into threshold suspension techniques is ongoing, with no clear determination regarding their viability possible at this time. The team has been testing counter-frequency projection in the vicinity of Cauldron Lake, with all findings being sent to Dr. Dallin as required. In summary, 2017 has been a successful year with further promising breakthroughs projected in 2018. I just realized, well, so this happens before she shows up with more reinforcements to subdue Wake. Before Dr. Dallin was lost in the lockdown of the oldest house, he tasked the Lake House with discovering the nature of the shadow and the ability to convert art into reality. During our diligent research into the phenomenon, it's become clear that Darwin was not dreaming big enough, which leads us to a new goal of the lake house and its talented staff: to create a stable connection between Cauldron Lake threshold and our own dimension. Threshold traversal has only ever been possible inside the oldest house and occasionally during altered world events, though this is often an involuntary process. The Shadow's known attraction to art provides us the perfect opportunity to create the world's first controlled bridge between dimensions that can be safely travelled in either direction. A laboratory will be built on sublevel 5, where experimentation related to linking with the threshold will be performed. This location will take full advantage of our proxy to Cauldron Lake. In this laboratory, we will simultaneously develop machines that can be connected with the AWE sites in the lake and use art as a focal point to create a bridge. Precise methods have yet to be determined, though teams will soon be formed to explore processing involving art as dimensional anchor, reality manipulation via art, and machine-assisted coupling.
Something isn't right. It might be best to fill the test. Deep breath. 6 deep breaths. Forget all the rest. Roll back. Feels like my heart already stopped.
6 deep breaths, eh? On the morning of Redacted, the musician held at Lake House for research purposes was discovered missing from her cell. Security footage from the cell the night before was damaged by electrical interference of an undetermined nature. Known professionally as Blank, had produced a song called 6 Deep Breaths during her time in the lake house. I was considered very promising as research material by the doctors. Somehow used her song to orchestrate her escape. Efforts to find Blank were brief, with any wider search considering an unacceptable risk to the lake house mandate of confidentiality. An investigation is currently ongoing as to whether any staff of the lake house were involved in the disappearance of her. An investigation is currently ongoing as to whether the subject used the song they created as a blank means of escape or material related to the work produced by restored in the archive for future reference. Online checks for public reappearance of blank are to be performed weekly. Known web addresses associated with blank in the past. Known addresses with parallelitarians, AWEs. Well, this House of Dreams blogspot. Sure, there's useful stuff to be found there. Definition of art: a study. To truly comprehend the threshold within Cauldron Lake, we must first understand its attraction to art. However, even the definition of art is as varied as the range of crafts it falls under its name. To that end, we must open a track of research dedicated to defining and quantifying art, ultimately rendering the concept into a unit of measurement. To begin, let's not try to understand humanity's definition of art, but rather Cauldron Lake's preferences. Past cases of Cauldron Lake's threshold activity Cauldron Lake affecting reality have centered on writing. Wake 2010. Cinematography is also speculative, though not directly confirmed. Zane 1970. What other mediums? We will need to test the viability of paintings, poetry, music, photography, sculpting, dance, and so on, not to mention the myriad of genres and methods within each medium? What about crafts aside the most common artistic expression? Does any act of creation on a high level of expertise merit the title of art? Baking, woodwork, etc.? What about non-physical mediums? Why is music art and philosophy not? Does something become art due to the medium or quality, or perhaps simply through the intent of expression, or an equation made of all three? What would be the order of importance? What thresholds must each factor reach for the equation to succeed? Clearly there's much to determine. We must begin with developing a methodology using a vast range of arts and general creative endeavors, both physical and mental. The way to find a way to test the potential connection between two Cauldron Lake threshold. Cauldron Lake is an enigma with many layers to pull away if we are to understand it and ultimately bring it under control. This work will take years. Words.
The lake house was underwater. The Marmont's ambitions had finally been realized. Jules had dangled the painting like a lure and hooked an ocean. Their machines couldn't hold it. A fault in the system. The water rushed in, filled it until it was ready to burst. All their successes and failures had led them here. The work had made them into monsters. But the lake house was still theirs. It always would be. They could feel an outsider trespassing in their labs. "I know you're here," they called out to the dark. They hunted floor by floor. They wouldn't let the intruders stop their progress. This was their home. Their beloved tomb beneath the waves.
Hard work. Letter from Darlin archived. I just received a letter from Darlin about a request you made to bring in live subjects. What are you thinking? Do you know how this looks? What do you say? Was it approved? The funky delay is weird. J to D, D to J. No, he refused. You know, protocol does not allow this sort of thing. He said he will be making a trip to Lake House to check in on us soon, like we're children. It's very bad for our reputation, Dina. Please, if you have an idea like this, come to me first. Dina, considering the details on the new page we have found, I believe we need to abandon the research into Alan Wake's writing. We must not endanger our staff. Don't pretend like you were worried about them, Julius. You're just looking out for your own ass. The fact that the pages are detailing future events means that they are the correct method. We have to learn how to harness their power and dictate events to meet our goals, not Wakes, whatever they may be. The ATDs are producing better and better results. We just need to keep doing the work. No, Dina, I'm looking at the page right now. Constant imbalance, out of control, a crack in the lake house. We must continue with this research. If we continue with this research, we'll lose our facility, perhaps more than that. What is the point of succeeding if we are dead? I'm the head researcher here, and I forbid you from proceeding. You can't forbid anything. You're not going to keep me from my most important work of my life. If you're too much of a coward to keep pushing ahead, then I'll find what we set out to do here alone. We have plenty of ongoing lines of research. I suggest you pick one and leave Wake's writing to me. You always need You always needed me more than I needed you. P. Wiedenberg. I received your formal complaint about Julius's behavior. Your claim that he is maliciously keeping research materials away from your team, but he says that he's simply been misplaced. I understand that you're frustrated, but I recommend giving his team a week or so to find the pages and return them to your team. If the issue persists at this point, then let's discuss your desire to escalate the issue. Does this sound agreeable?
September 13th, 2023. Notes regarding the concept of a tortured artist. A romanticized image of the sensitive artistic temperament, yes. But there may be truth in the cliche. It's no secret Rudolph Lang has been unhappy here for years. But the aggregate data shows his art's viability score trending upward over time. If Jules hadn't neglected to hold regular psychological exams, then we could have quantified the subject's emotional state, creating a sort of distress rating to compare against the art score. I make this a sub-goal of my study of Edward Booker. Once we set the variables and establish a control reading of his art and mental state, then we can begin inducing negative emotion. Limited food and water, perhaps. An increasingly tight eating space. This is how Jules lost his subject, though. We need to be careful not to leave any sharp objects in Booker's cell.
Gotta take it slow, 'cause that's the best way that I know. 60 breaths till the fear subsides. 60
Oh. That's a no-go area? Okay. I mean, I guess this really is just this little room and that's it. Which is fine. I mean, we did know this is not where we needed to go. We need to go to the... Oh. Oh.
Some big experiment tomorrow. I can't find the details anywhere. That bastard is hiding them. All those years, he steals credit for my ideas and my work, and now he's scared of being plagiarized? Oh, that is really fucking rich, Jules. Oh, and he's reportedly misplaced the manuscript pages I need for my work. Suddenly, the exact pages that I need to reference have just vanished. He is actively impeding critical bureau research. I mean, if he can do that, then what is stopping me from going down to that lab? And I don't know, just inverting the amplifiers or misaligning the receivers or both. It's the same thing in principle. He booked the lab. Some big experiment tomorrow. I can't find the details anywhere. That bastard is hiding them. All those years, he steals credit for my ideas and my work, and now he's scared of being plagiarized? Oh, that is really fucking rich, Jules. Oh, and he's reportedly misplaced the manuscript pages I need for my work.
I guess not.
Suddenly, the exact pages that I need to reference have just vanished.
I can also thinking about this new direction for the lake house after I got back to New York.
I mean, if he
From
can
Darwin.
do that, then what is stopping me from
I
going
hope
down
pivoting
that
to
lab?
research
And
special
I don't know,
redacted's
just
reality manipulation
inverting the
effect
amplifiers
won't
or misaligning the
wasn't too much of a shock for you. Seems like your work on containment was stolen, so I decided you could all use a fresh start. Here's something to get you started. Some drawings made by a certain redacted a while back.
He booked the lab. Some big experiment tomorrow. I can't find the details anywhere. That bastard is hiding them. All those years,
6.
he steals credit for my ideas and my work, and now he's scared of being plagiarized? Oh, that is really
Isn't that-
fucking
yeah.
rich, Jules. Oh, and
Test
he
for any
reportedly
reactions
just
that may trigger with a
misplaced
shadow.
manuscript pages I need for my
Still
work.
don't like how
Suddenly,
unscientific
the
that name
exact
is.
pages that I need to reference have
You
just
could designate the
vanished.
artist as
He
6P in your
actively
records.
impeding critical bureau research.
Is that the Dylan?
I mean, if he can do that, then what is stopping me from going down to that lab? And I don't know, just inverting the
Tree.
amplifiers or misaligning the receivers or both.
A light switch
It's
cord.
the same thing in principle. He booked the lab. Some big experiment tomorrow. I can't find the details anywhere.
I guess that's if you want to go to a different floor.
All those years,
Quick lesson on
he steals
light switch
credit for
cords.
my ideas
If you
and
find
my
one,
work,
pull it
and now
3
he's scared of
times.
being plagiarized. Oh, that is really fucking rich, Jules.
And 3. Oh.
The Ocean View Motel is a dimensional intersection. The doors from the lobby can lead anywhere. But I didn't end up in the lobby this time, which was definitely unusual.
It's Jesse and Trench. That's a cool picture. The oldest house.
Panopticon? But the Panopticon isn't headquarters. Yeah.
I'm outside in a forest. The sun is shining. Birds are calling. I feel dirt beneath my feet. A breeze. Everything smells like green.
Dylan.
Birds are flying past. Leaves rustle in the wind. In a forest. Out here. Sun.
Yeah, P6. Persona 6. Where do we need to stand?
I'm Agent Kieran Estevez, Federal Bureau of Control. Identify yourself.
It's quiet.
Who are you?
It's been a long time since I've seen anyone.
There's a sign over there for the Panopticon. The Panopticon's only in New York, in HQ. Is this the oldest house?
I think that's where I am.
So you are inside the oldest house. Is anyone else alive?
I can't.
It's a waste of time. This is an FBC containment unit. Why is the Bureau detaining you?
I'm where I belong.
Everyone I meet here is either a painting or a paracriminal. Hey, this is important. FBC headquarters went dark 4 years ago. What exactly happened in there?
We were attacked. No, no, not again. Not yet. No, 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 no.
Hey, stay with me. Stay with me.
Okay.
What attacked the oldest house? I need to know.
Something's changing. Outside. Can you feel it? I can hear it. It's getting worse. You can't stay, can you?
Hold on. For one, I need to know if it...
Tell Jesse I tried. I really did.
He booked the lab. Some big experiment tomorrow. I can't find the
At least my
details
voice is back to
anywhere.
normal.
That bastard is hiding them. All those years he steals them from my hiding.
That doesn't bode well for Dylan. Hopefully he'll be fine. I feel like all that was just optional. Sneak peek at Control 2?
Oh, Jesus. 1, 2, 3.
Sublevel 5.
6.
Fucking elevators.
Hell. The Marmonts had opened the door into Cauldron Lake's threshold. It was forced. It was unstable. Shutting the experiment down was the only option.
They did hate each other. More than anything else towards the end, so this makes sense. Do you mind if we go and get this switch now?
Typical fucking Marmonts.
Ow. Ow. I'm so glad all of those hit. First married couple to share the head of research. Oh, hello. Oh, jeez. I would really like it. I had some first aid kits. First aid kit? Nothing, apparently. First aid kit? First aid kit? The game doesn't want to give me any first aid. I'll take second aid at this moment, and something.
Why did you idiots think this was a good idea? Chico. I think I needed more problems. Fracture.
There we go. Ah, focused.
I know what the Marmonts did to you, to Rudolph Lane. I will do whatever I can to make sure this kind of thing doesn't happen again. The Marmonts are dead. I don't know if that's any sort of consolation, but it's done. The threshold is tearing itself apart. I need to shut this down. Look, I'm sorry. I know you didn't make a choice here. It's not fair, but I have to shut this threshold down before it fractures.
Agent Estevez stood in the forest just outside of Bright Falls. She watched her team detain Alan Wake and Ilmo Koska, stuffing them into black SUVs. She realized this was the moment Wake had been writing in the vision she had seen. The story was coming true. She pushed the thought out of her head. It had been a good tip, a way to find Wake. Nothing more.
Alan Wake!
After the threshold event collapsed, I was back at Cauldron Lake. But for a moment, I was somewhere else. I saw Alan Wake there. He was writing about me finding him in Bright Falls, in the woods. It was a good tip. I called the surviving members of my team, and I told them to meet me there. You know, these cases, they never get less ambiguous or easier. This one, this was tough. Because protocol says entities like the Taken are monsters, threats. But the Marmots were monsters way before the shadow got to them. So at the end of the day, what's the difference?
That was a good DLC. I enjoyed that. A little sneak peek at the whole Control 2 potentially. Dylan.
We wrote so many. Deep breaths, deep
Nope.
breaths.
Hey.
Clock stopped, and another shoe was dropped. What a mess,
speed
what a
up.
mess. Deep breaths. 6 deep breaths, forget all the rest.
Presumably, I might be wrong here, but I feel like a lot of these
Something in the way.
are likely
What next? Sharp
repeat from the other ones.
6 deep breaths, forget all the rest. Go, go, I gotta let go, go. Of
But yeah, I really enjoyed it. I really like Alan Wake 2.
slow. Gotta take it slow.
Easily one of my
That's
favorite
the fastest
games.
way that I know. Deep breaths. 6 deep breaths till the pain subsides. 6 deep breaths till I'm fine, fine. 6 deep breaths, swallow all my pride and just.
Oh. And then, there we go. One moment.
Perceived as hostile.
Okay, so, we're back.
It never fucking works.
Ow. There were only 3 achievements I was missing. One of which...
It's down. Time to move.
was flashbang. I think. And the other 2 involve the gun.
Fuck were those things?
The salt gun thing. I'm pretty sure it's... Well, one is destroy one of the paintings as it's coming through the wall. And the other one is just kill all the different
You never
4...
really get used to the shit you see in this job, but
One of each type of
you
enemy.
can learn techniques to adjust.
Painting,
Function.
speedy guy, normal
6
guy,
deep breaths.
big
Then
guy.
get to work. Find the source. Collapse the threshold.
So, we'll go and do them quickly. Oh, also, we get to ask this guy about Alan Wake this time. So,
If you can understand me,
it saves
I'm an
me,
agent
you know,
of the Federal Bureau of Control. I
checking to see
persist
what
if you take
other
no
people
hostile
said.
action
Oh,
against me or any action that can be perceived as
it saves me
hostile.
having to do another
understand?
playthrough or something to do it. Might as well check it now. And technically, this is the second time.
Well, I'll be damned.
BP.
So what kind of entity are you?
You can just about see a silhouette of a person.
That means you probably
But
imprinted
very
on a person
distorted.
or retained some of your former self's information. Previously human, maybe? Okay, I can work with that.
I just had an unpleasant encounter with some other
Use?
tainted individuals. Any relation?
Although I'm pretty sure this is going to go a lot quicker.
What does that mean?
Given how I'll be just rushing through it.
Hey, calm down! You need to cease all hostility right now!
Oh, it wasn't this time. It was, I guess, the other time. Well, I guess return to the speed up. Hello again.
You again.
About Alan Wake.
Alan Wake's writing is being studied here. Do you know anything about him?
Names don't matter. 1,000 more to come.
They say clear communication is the key to any relationship. You and I have some work to do there. What happened to you? Did the people here do this to you?
Totally worth it. It is interesting, the idea though, that it's like,
You said
Did
marmots
they-
before. Do they do this? Where are they now?
it's the issue with Alan Wake
Tell me
in
where
general.
they are.
Was it the fact that Wake wrote them and then they became twisted? Or were they twisted and Wake just wrote them? Like,
It's fixated on the Marmons. What did they do?
I don't know, it's interesting thoughts. Okay, let's see if we can't get this one. Nope. I think. How would we even go about doing this? Okay, so you can't just hold it. Oh, this is going to be difficult. There we go.
Finally! Something works on these bastards.
Because the timing of it was awkward. The other issue now is I need to kill 3 other things. Okay, here we go. Oh, come on. Oh. More ammo, please. This DLC has been very stingy with ammo. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, black rock powder. Keep an eye out for one of these.
There we go. Let's carrot more stick. And that should be all the trophies / achievements / whatever. And it for the DLC. This was fun. I enjoyed it. I wouldn't say no to playing it again sometime. Along with the rest of Alan Wake. And Alan Wake 2. And Control. Possibly Quantum Break. I mean, I didn't mind Quantum Break. It would be interesting to play through it again and pick different choices, but still. I feel like Quantum Break would be something I'd probably just prefer to watch someone play. Either way, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.